Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. In a surprising turn of events that has left the Miami Dolphins fan base buzzing, Tyreek Hill, the electrifying wide receiver known for his breakneck speed and highlight reel plays, will not be wearing a captain's patch this season. The announcement of the 2025 Dolphins team captains on Monday revealed that Hill, a five-time All-Pro whose impact on the field is undeniable, was left off the leadership roster for the first time since 2022. While fans and analysts initially anticipated that Hill's presence and veteran experience would guarantee him a captaincy, the decision highlights the team's renewed focus on internal leadership dynamics rather than star power alone. Head coach Mike McDaniel emphasized the importance of daily accountability and the organic emergence of leaders, signaling that even a player of Hill's caliber must meet the team's standards both on and off the field. This move underscores the Dolphins' prioritization of culture and cohesion over individual accolades or fame. Hill's omission comes in the wake of controversy surrounding his behavior toward the end of the 2024 season, which has left some teammates and analysts questioning his commitment to team unity. During the season finale against the New York Jets, Hill publicly removed himself from the game, an action that sparked widespread debate about his attitude and professionalism. Shortly thereafter, Hill made remarks suggesting he wanted to leave Miami, though he later walked them back with a formal apology. Despite the apology, the timing and nature of these incidents appear to have influenced the team's decision to exclude him from the captaincy roster. Miami Dolphins players evidently felt that leadership positions should reflect consistent accountability, reliability, and respect for the team environment, rather than the reputation or talent of a single player. In this context, Hill's absence from the captain list sends a strong signal about the standards expected in the locker room. The Dolphins' announcement also confirmed the return of several familiar faces as team captains, signaling continuity in leadership amidst Hill's absence. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, known for his poise under pressure and ability to galvanize teammates, remains a captain, reflecting the respect he commands on and off the field. Fullback Alec Ingold, defensive tackle Zach Sealer, center Aaron Brewer, and linebackers Jordan Brooks and Bradley Chubb complete the roster, showcasing a balanced distribution of leadership across offensive and defensive units. By maintaining these veterans as captains, the Dolphins are emphasizing steady, dependable guidance while sending a message that leadership is earned through daily effort, not just natural talent or star recognition. This decision may also suggest an intentional effort to cultivate a team-first mentality, one in which the loudest voices or flashiest plays are secondary to consistency, professionalism, and the ability to inspire teammates through action and example. Head coach Mike McDaniel weighed in on the selection process, shedding light on the Dolphins' rationale and the values they seek in their leaders. "We were focused on giving the keys to captaincy to guys that had earned it each and every day," he stated, highlighting the importance of persistent effort and accountability in the eyes of the coaching staff. McDaniel further emphasized that the choice reflects what the team collectively believes about its identity and leadership culture, suggesting that the selection was not merely a symbolic gesture, but a vote of confidence in players who consistently embody team values. By articulating this philosophy, McDaniel underscores a critical distinction in professional sports between talent and leadership, reminding fans that a player's influence off the field can weigh as heavily as their statistics on it, and that team cohesion often hinges on character as much as skill. Tyreek Hill, at 31 years old, has already compiled a remarkable career, cementing himself as one of the premier wide receivers in NFL history. After spending 6 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs, where he became a household name for his game-breaking speed and clutch performances, Hill brought his talents to Miami, aiming to elevate the Dolphins' offense. Over the course of 141 career games, including 123 starts, he has amassed 798 receptions totaling 11,098 yards, with 82 touchdowns, a statistical resume that few receivers can rival. His consistency in surpassing 1,100 receiving yards in 6 seasons, capped by a league-leading 1,799 yards in 2023, demonstrates that Hill's on-field contributions remain elite. Yet, despite these extraordinary numbers, The Dolphins' decision reflects that leadership is measured by more than just production or highlight reel moments. It is a testament to daily presence, influence, and adherence to team culture. The ripple effects of Hill's exclusion extend beyond the locker room and into the broader NFL community, where discussions about leadership, accountability, and the role of star players have become increasingly nuanced. Analysts and fans alike are dissecting whether this decision marks a pivotal shift in Miami's team philosophy or a temporary response to Hill's controversial actions. While some observers argue that removing a player of Hill's caliber from captaincy could undermine team morale or public perception, others assert that this bold stance demonstrates the Dolphins' commitment to principle over personality. It also raises intriguing questions about how elite athletes navigate team dynamics when their individual performance is unmatched, but their interpersonal actions or consistency in responsibility fall short of expectations, challenging traditional notions of leadership in professional sports. Moreover, Hill's situation serves as a cautionary tale in sports psychology, illustrating how even high-performing athletes must maintain trust, reliability, and accountability to be regarded as leaders. Removing the captain's patch is a symbolic yet potent message, one that reinforces the concept that leadership is earned through sustained effort, teamwork, and the ability to consistently embody organizational values. For younger players observing the Dolphins' leadership structure, this move signals that talent alone does not confer authority or influence. Instead, it encourages them to focus on professionalism, communication, and the cultivation of respect within the locker room. In a league where ego and star power often dominate headlines, Miami's approach emphasizes a countercultural message. The team's identity and culture are paramount, and leadership is measured by character as much as by skill. The impact of Hill's absence from the captaincy may also influence how he approaches the upcoming season and his relationship with teammates. Having been stripped of this symbolic role, Hill faces the dual challenge of proving his continued value on the field while also rebuilding trust and credibility off it. Observers will be closely watching whether he responds with renewed focus, leadership by example, and an effort to demonstrate alignment with team goals, or whether lingering tensions from last season continue to shape perceptions. This scenario could serve as a defining moment in Hill's career, testing not just his athletic prowess, but his resilience, maturity, and capacity to navigate adversity while remaining an impactful contributor to the Dolphins' aspirations for success in 2025. Fans and analysts have also begun speculating about the strategic implications of this leadership shakeup for Miami's performance on the field. While Hill's absence from the captain roster does not diminish his physical abilities or route-running acumen, it may influence team dynamics in subtle ways, affecting communication, morale, and cohesion during high-pressure situations. The distribution of captaincy among multiple offensive and defensive leaders, including Tagovailoa, Ingold, Sealer, Brewer, Brooks, and Chubb, reflects an emphasis on collective responsibility and balanced leadership. This approach could either stabilize the team by creating multiple points of accountability or introduce challenges if players struggle to integrate Hill fully into this leadership framework, offering an intriguing storyline to watch as the season unfolds. In evaluating Hill's career trajectory, it is impossible to overlook his extraordinary accomplishments and the excitement he has brought to NFL fans over the years. His ability to stretch defenses, create explosive plays, and deliver under pressure has made him one of the most feared and admired receivers of his generation. Yet, the Dolphins' decision not to include him as a captain underscores a deeper reality in professional sports. Individual brilliance does not automatically translate to leadership credibility. Teams increasingly prioritize culture, cohesion, and daily effort, even when it means sidelining a superstar from formal leadership roles. Hill's career, while statistically historic, now faces an added dimension, a test of character, resilience, and the ability to inspire without relying solely on speed, talent, or past accolades. Ultimately, the story of Tyreek Hill and the 2025 Dolphins captaincy decision offers a compelling case study in modern NFL leadership philosophy, illustrating the balance between talent, accountability, and influence within a high-stakes professional environment. By placing responsibility on players who consistently embody team values, Miami is sending a message about the non-negotiable expectations for those entrusted with guiding the locker room. Hill's path forward will likely be closely scrutinized, not just for his on-field contributions, but for his ability to adapt, lead by example, and earn the trust of his peers anew. The unfolding narrative promises drama, growth, and the enduring question of what it truly means to lead a professional football team, providing fans with an engaging storyline that transcends statistics and highlights. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? Welcome to Miami, Greg Joseph. The city is buzzing as the Dolphins reportedly pulled the trigger on signing one of the most reliable kickers in the NFL. Rumors have been swirling for weeks, with insiders suggesting that Joseph's consistency in high-pressure situations made him a prime target for a team desperate to close out games with confidence. Sources close to the organization claim that the front office was particularly intrigued by his accuracy from beyond 50 yards, something the Dolphins have struggled with in recent seasons. Fans on social media have already begun speculating about how Joseph's presence might change the dynamic in late-game scenarios, especially considering Miami's playoff aspirations. While the contract details remain under wraps, the chatter suggests that this move was as much about on-field production as it was about signaling to the rest of the league that Miami is serious about finishing strong and ensuring that tight games no longer slip through their fingers. Joseph's arrival in Miami is stirring up conversations not just in fan circles, but also among players who remember facing him in tense, close contests. Coaches reportedly view him as a stabilizing force, someone whose mental fortitude can elevate the team's confidence when games come down to the wire. Rumors indicate that his locker room presence is just as valued as his leg, with teammates reportedly impressed by his calm demeanor and focus under pressure. Analysts are already projecting that his inclusion could shift play-calling tendencies late in games, allowing the Dolphins to be more aggressive knowing they have a dependable closer waiting. Whispered reports suggest that even quarterbacks and offensive coordinators are excited to have a kicker capable of executing field goals that used to feel like long shots. This move could be more strategic than initially apparent, possibly serving as a psychological advantage against rivals who have struggled against Joseph in previous seasons. In short, Miami might just have found the missing puzzle piece to convert nail-biters into victories. Some insiders are hinting that the signing was influenced by last season's heartbreaks, where a lack of a reliable kicker in critical moments cost the Dolphins dearly. Word is that ownership and management wanted someone whose record under pressure is almost flawless, and Joseph fits that mold perfectly. Discussions behind closed doors reportedly revolved around trust. Trust that when the final seconds tick down, the points are guaranteed. There's even speculation that his signing could impact future draft strategies, as a secure kicking game allows the front office to focus resources elsewhere. Fans are theorizing that the Dolphins' special teams could become a dominant factor in games, turning close matchups into predictable outcomes in their favor. Rumors are also suggesting that the team's confidence in fourth-quarter scenarios could grow exponentially, making Miami a more formidable opponent in late-game situations. Even casual observers have started pointing out that Joseph's signing signals an organizational commitment to winning the tightest of contests. In Miami's practice sessions, sources hint at a noticeable difference with Joseph taking over place-kicking duties. Rumor has it that his methodical approach to warm-ups and attention to technique have impressed both coaches and teammates. Observers have reportedly noticed a heightened level of energy in special teams drills, with teammates reportedly feeding off his confidence and laser focus. Whispered reports from practice suggest that even the punters and long snappers are adjusting to his rhythm, creating a smoother overall operation. Analysts speculate that this synergy could translate into more efficient execution during games, minimizing the chances of botched snaps or missed opportunities. Fans following the training camp closely are already picking up on subtle signs, such as the precision of kickoffs and the consistent trajectory of field goals and scrimmages. All of this is fueling speculation that Joseph's influence might extend beyond scoring, possibly transforming the Dolphins' overall approach to late-game strategy. There's also a growing buzz that Joseph's signing has sparked intrigue around Miami's offensive philosophy. Rumors suggest that knowing there's a reliable kicker at the end of every drive could embolden the coaching staff to attempt riskier plays in the red zone, confident that points are secured even if a touchdown isn't achieved. Insider whispers indicate that this may subtly alter defensive schemes as well, with opponents now forced to account for the possibility of long-range field goals in crucial moments. Social media chatter has been relentless, with fans imagining scenarios where last-minute drives culminate in game-winning kicks, and debates over whether this changes the psychological balance of the team. Even rival players are reportedly acknowledging that Joseph's reputation precedes him, with some expressing unease at the prospect of facing a kicker who thrives under intense pressure. If the rumors hold true, Miami might have quietly upgraded not just its kicking game, but the strategic depth of its entire squad. Word around the league is that Joseph's signing didn't happen in isolation. Sources suggest that there were multiple suitors, and Miami's ability to close the deal reflects not only financial commitment, but also a persuasive vision for how he fits into the roster. Rumors indicate that discussions included detailed projections of his performance under various stress scenarios, demonstrating that the Dolphins were methodical in evaluating every angle. Analysts speculate that his inclusion could influence in-game decisions beyond kicking, such as timeout management and clock control, as coaches might rely more heavily on precision scoring to dictate tempo. The chatter is intense. Some insiders even hint that this signing might trigger a domino effect, prompting other teams to reevaluate their own kicking situations as the playoffs approach. Fans are clearly excited, with speculation and fantasy scenarios running wild on forums, fueling the perception that Miami may have finally found a secret weapon to close tight games effectively. Inside the locker room, whispers suggest that Joseph's integration has been seamless, with teammates reportedly respecting both his skill set and his professionalism. Sources close to practice sessions hint at an immediate chemistry forming between him and the long snapper, which some analysts point to as a key indicator that the Dolphins are poised for more consistent special teams performance. Rumors indicate that his presence might also have intangible benefits, such as calming younger players in high-pressure moments or providing mentorship for rookies facing the NFL's intense spotlight. Social media conversations are already highlighting clips from practice where his focus and precision are on full display, sparking speculation that the Dolphins could leverage this new consistency to dictate game outcomes. This locker room dynamic, according to insiders, may have a ripple effect throughout the entire roster, subtly boosting morale and sharpening the team's overall execution when it matters most on the field. Observers are increasingly suggesting that Joseph's arrival could mark a turning point for Miami's special teams narrative. Whispered insights from insiders indicate that his reputation for clutch kicking has already begun to shift the mindset of the coaching staff, encouraging more aggressive play calls in close contests. Rumors are floating about potential scenarios where his accuracy enables fourth-down gambles or long-range attempts that would have seemed too risky in previous seasons. Analysts are speculating that this could redefine Miami's late-game identity, transforming them from a team that hesitates under pressure into one that embraces decisive, confident execution. Fan forums are rife with speculation, with debates about his potential impact on the team's playoff trajectory, the psychological edge over opponents, and even the cultural influence he might exert within the locker room. Every whisper, every hint, seems to point toward a larger story of transformation for the Dolphins. The financial and strategic whispers surrounding Joseph's deal are equally fascinating. Rumors indicate that the Dolphins may have structured the contract to incentivize high-pressure performance, further fueling speculation that the front office is prioritizing clutch execution above all else. Analysts are already theorizing about how this could influence future roster moves, suggesting that Miami may feel freer to take risks on offensive gambles knowing their kicker can be relied upon. Social media chatter has turned into a full-blown narrative, with fans imagining scenarios where every close game ends in predictable victory, thanks to Joseph's precision. Even rival teams are reportedly taking notice, with insiders hinting at a subtle shift in how defenses prepare for late-game situations, now factoring in the possibility of near-perfect field goal execution. The financial and strategic elements, combined with his proven skill set, appear to make this one of the most significant free agent signings in recent Dolphins history. Rumors further suggest that Joseph's influence could extend beyond the field, shaping the team culture in subtle but meaningful ways. Sources hint that his calm, disciplined approach has already set a tone in practices and meetings, encouraging teammates to adopt a similar focus during pressure moments. Analysts are speculating that this psychological impact could be as valuable as his leg strength, potentially turning Miami into a team that thrives under adversity. Social media has exploded with clips and commentary emphasizing his mental toughness, feeding the narrative that this signing is about more than points. It's about attitude and resilience. Insiders whisper that even coaching strategies might evolve, with confidence in field goals allowing for more creative offensive approaches. If the rumors are true, Joseph's presence might catalyze a broader transformation in how the Dolphins approach both games and preparation, blending skill, strategy, and psychological edge into a potent mix. Finally, the buzz around Greg Joseph in Miami is reaching a fever pitch, with every practice update and insider report fueling speculation about the tangible and intangible impact he could have. Rumors suggest that his signing was a calculated move, intended to address both immediate scoring needs and long-term strategic advantages, from late-game reliability to psychological dominance over opponents. Fans, analysts, and rival insiders alike are all dissecting the implications, imagining scenarios where his consistency transforms the team's identity and elevates Miami into a contender in high-stakes matchups. Social media chatter, practice reports, and insider whispers are painting a picture of a Dolphins roster energized and confident, ready to lean on a kicker whose skill, poise, and reputation could redefine the meaning of clutch. While official confirmations and detailed contract specifics remain scarce, the rumor mill suggests that Miami may have quietly secured one of the most decisive special teams assets in recent NFL memory, with implications reaching far beyond the end zone. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.